minute. Who are you?
I go by the name of MKB, representing Raleigh, North Carolina, that Oak City. How is it living or how was it growing up? Both. Growing up, you know what I'm saying, it was the same stuff that you see in a lot of urban cities, just, you know, a lot of people trying to make it out of their situation, but, you know, it was cool though, you know what I'm saying, I was cool kid, stayed out the way, you know, I was primarily on the south side, you know, I was brought up on the south side, but I've been a little bit of everywhere, and, you know, it was cool though, you know, I stayed out the way for the most part, and now, you know, it's the same way, I still move the same way, I stay out the way, you know, I just work on music, spend time with my family, and just kick it like that. Outside of music, to be honest, I like to network. You know, a lot of people say your network is your net worth. I truly believe in that. That's a hobby I got, just meeting different people. I feel like it's good to know good people, you know what I mean? Not just for what you can get out of them, but just in life in general, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my hobbies. Also, I like to watch movies too. Like, I like to dissect movies, like weird shit, like gems in movies or like hidden messages in movies. I be dissecting movies. That's like my main hobbies outside of music though. Like old school movies, like the black classics, black cinema movies, and also the new movies that really got like messages to them. A lot of stuff with Denzel Washington where he being serious and, you know, giving you life gems. I like movies like that. Favorite movie of all time? Man, that's hard. Nah, I can't pick one favorite movie of all time. I can give you a top 3. I'd say Friday for sure. This one bring out the kid in me, but I like Shrek. I don't know why I like Shrek, bro. That's my shit right there. Yeah. Oh, and Lion King too. That's probably the third one. Yeah. I love the message in Lion King. People don't know that movie really deep.
It teach you life.
Yeah, it teaches facts. Those are my top 3 though. Favorite color, I'd probably say blue. Yeah. I mean, I just like the way it look. You know, I like blue. It's a nice color. All in all, probably like 5-6 years. I started in 2018. I ain't really start taking it serious, investing my own money and networking with people until like 2020, 2021. So about 3-4 years seriously. Yeah, about 3-4 years. Really, because I seen my family moving around doing it. You know, my Uncle Breed, he one of the main people, you know, he's still moving, him and his team. They just be out here moving and networking with people and, you know, like actually, you know, just like taking it serious and doing all the groundwork that you got to do before you just, you know, go mainstream or whatever like that. So that's really what made me take it serious. Alongside my late uncle too, my Uncle Corey, God rest his soul, he passed. You know, he was one of the people too that made me like realize like first you got to learn the business aspect. Let's learn the business first. After you learn the business, then you can go and, you know, you can move from there. So that's what really made me take it serious. Them two, 90% business, 10% talent. That's how I feel. I feel like it's 90% business, 10% talent, because talent is subjective. You know, some people are talented at being trash, in my opinion. So, you know, it's a business, you know, just always being on the scene, being marketable, knowing the ins and out of your business. I feel like that's going to carry you the longest way rather than, you know, your talent. Even though it's really good to be talented too, I think, but that's all subjective. So typically first, like I think about what I want to write about. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type, I can record in a room full of people and I can also record by myself. I mix and engineer a lot of my stuff too. So like a lot of the time it's just me figuring out what I want to write about. Then from there I go to get the beat. And then once I get the beat, you know, the words just flow out once I find a beat that I like. You know what I'm saying? That's really like, and then I get the mixing and, you know, going through that whole process, you know, that shit can be hectic. Because I started out going to studios and, you know, shout out to Oak City Studios and also, what's the other one? Artist Mill International Studios. Oak City, I never been to them, but I really want to work with them. That was the first like studio that I really seen like in action that made me want to start, you know, branching out to different studios. But AMI, Artist Mill International, I was going seeing Soup over there, and it was cool, but like I just felt like I had way more creative control doing it myself. I can take it back 100 times and I don't get frustrated or I don't get irritated. you know, and I'm not on nobody's time clock or gotta pay nobody to, you know, do it for me. The feeling, I feel like every artist, you know, you can just feel it. You know what I'm saying? You just, when you listen to different beats based off what you're writing about, you know what vibe you want the beat to be. From that point, you just, you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? I was told when the words start coming out and you just writing and it's just easy to write to it, that's kind of how you know it's the one. If you can if I could like say it in terms of like feeling, if I could describe the feeling. Really just to have an influence, you know what I'm saying? And also my family, they keep me motivated day in, day out, my girl, my son, you know, but also like the main thing is like the influence. You know, I want to like make it cool to be yourself. I see a lot of people like in the music scene right now, especially like, you know, they aiming to be somebody else or they trying to do what's cool or what's in or what's getting the most views. But I promise you, people gonna respect you a whole lot more for you just being yourself. Because when it come time for you to actually, you know, be yourself, people, that's all they gonna remember you by is how you actually are in real life. So that's my main like motivation, is just like seeing the reaction that I get from people. Just I get to be me, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's dope, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely like my top thing, because a lot of people sound the same, rap about the same stuff. A lot of the stuff is recycled. A lot of the mainstream rap is the same thing, like, you know, so it's definitely lacking originality. And that's another thing I like about myself, is I'm original. Like, you know, I take influence from, you know, a lot of different artists, but, you know, I make it me, you know, and I make it myself, like my own style, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's definitely lacking a lot of that. I hope it get back to that though. I hope people get back to, you know, making their own music that they want to make. Chicken, shit, I like all three. I like baked chicken, fried chicken, grilled chicken, anything chicken. I like chicken. I ain't gonna lie though, I can't pick one, man. That's hard, bro. Like, man, my grandma made it all type of ways. I mean, I used to hear J. Cole a lot. That's what I used to hear. Now I don't really hear like much of like people comparing me. I feel like kind of because I'm like branching off into my own lane of like, you know, I don't know. Like I don't know, because I make a lot of different stuff. Like I got the auto-tune stuff, and then I got, you know, the conscious rap, and then I got some trap rap, you know what I'm saying? So jack of all trades, man, really. Outside of rap, I'd say I like pop music. I like to make pop records. Like, that's fun. I feel like those, like them festival type music that people is going like know it word for word. Like, that's where I'm aiming to be at. Big artists like up here. Any artists. I really want to work with Fabulous. I want to work with T.I. I want to work with the Baby, just because he's like the Carolinas. Like, I feel like people don't put respect on his name. I really want to work with him, be able to pick his brain on stuff. J. Cole, definitely, just to name a few. Tory Lanez, I want to work with him. Big name. Free Tory, man. Don't get me started, man. Free Tory, man. I went to Mexico earlier this year. I feel like the vibe is different out there. I definitely want to travel there more and just go, you know, different places outside of the country. But Mexico definitely is probably my favorite vacation spot now. Jamaica, I'm planning on going there this upcoming March. But, you know, I want to go to Jamaica. I want to go to LA. I've never been to LA before. Atlanta's close, but I've never been there. I want to go there too. I feel like, for creators, I always hear like all the people that's around me that be going there back and forth be saying it's a different vibe out there too. So I want to go out there to work too. I feel like when I wake up and I can see my family and I don't have to work, like I don't gotta physically be at work, like to make money, I'd say. Like when I can just, that's like the point financially, I feel like I made it. But I made it in life. I feel like I already made it in life. I feel like I'm successful in spirit. To be able to wake up every day and see my family and be blessed to still be alive, because a lot of people ain't here no more. You know, so I feel like I already made it that way. But financially, when I cannot be at work and still be making money, that's when I feel like I made it. I'm just really right now, I'm just working on singles, just staying consistent with writing. I don't have like a project I'm working on right now. I do want to release one sometime early next year though, but right now I'm just working on, just staying consistent, being in the stew, and just, keeping the pen sharp right now. I mean, to me, it's not hard because I got self-control. I feel like I see a lot of people like come on interviews and be like, oh, well, you know, that's for simps, or like stay out of relationships. You can't do both. I'm not, and to each his own. But like for me, I feel like you better find somebody that love you out here, man, and got your best interests at heart. You better at least try. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's hard for me at all. Like, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm an artist, but I still respect my relationship as well. Great. It's one of the best feelings in the world to be able to watch your offspring grow up and, you know that even after you gone, you left your mark on the world. You know what I mean? It's a blessing. You know, I love being a father. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love my son. Man, any last words? Man, if I could give a message to the youth, like I touched on earlier, man, be yourself. Do not be afraid to be yourself. You do not have to be a product of your environment. I hate when people say that. You do not have to be a product of your environment. Don't cave in to peer pressure. Do what you want to do. Because I guarantee you, like I said earlier, people are going to respect you more for being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Making the music you want to make. Because I guarantee you, no matter how weird you might feel like the music that you're making, or just in life in general, the way you move, it might be different from your homies or the people that you grew up with. But it's always going to stick, and people are going to respect you more for that, and it's going to mean more in the long run. So that would be my message to everybody.